Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in!
Cek.
My intuition tells me that something very interesting is about to happen.
Halo, kemana nih? Halo, selamat malam. Terima kasih yang udah dateng. Hari ini kita mau story si Kazuha. Sekarang spam apa? Mana sih? Ini nih, ini dulu. Kita ke Kazuha dulu kalau gitu. Oh iya, Kazuha dong. Kita story Kazuha, habis itu sambil nyari bahan buat Heizo. Sekali lagi aku ucapkan terima kasih. Saya ucapkan selamat datang yang baru datang. Jangan lupa subscribe, like, and share. Hahaha. Kita pakai party bintang 4. Let's go.
set foot on Inazuma. So many things have... Yeah, so...
Wait.
Huh?
Wow. Wah, seperti spoiler grup-grup ya. Bentar kita dapat nyatanya.
Doesn't wanna talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all? Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
Banyak acakan
At the
ngopi, guys.
very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animal vision.
Tut, kenapa kamu mencarinya? Sama sepertimu, dia juga menggunakan pedang. Aku juga dengar kalau dia memiliki kekuatan vision anehmu.
That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
Senjatanya keren, Cok.
What the
Menyala
heck
kayak
is this guy's
apa?
problem?
Pintar.
Coming around
Tapi ini
here
versi
waving
merah.
up. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha. Right? Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other?
Oke, pertarungannya mirip Kazuha.
Maybe a little.
Ya, spill gitu. Tapi kebanyakan
But
orang
then again, most
waktu
people look
bertarung
pretty
akan
much the same once they start
hampir
fighting,
semua.
so that doesn't
Jadi
really
kayaknya
prove
nggak bisa
anything.
jadi patokan juga sih.
Anyway, there's no time to lose.
Anyway,
Let's go
kita harus
tell
cepat-cepat.
Kazuha so we won't get into
Jangan
any
sampai dia
danger.
dalam bahaya.
Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment.
Let's go. Nah, kita akan pergi. Ayo cari Kazuha.
Hey, hello. Do you...
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
Juga.
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine. If it's because of that bat, Kazuha keeps to.
Speedrun.
I've heard bits. Is it really as really? He was called away. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first.
Just a little
Guys.
while ago, this would have been
Kazuha
thank
itu
you.
dari
Guess we'll
Inazuma
go
apa
here.
dari
Alright.
Liwi? Kalau menurut kalian? Di grup banyak yang bilang dari Liwi sih, tapi story-nya di Inazuma. Gimana? kali ya kita mesti story dan semua itu.
Oh?
Yang pertama
It's
yang
you.
nyari blueprint itu.
Greetings.
Kakeknya kayak
We were just
Ingat
discussing the
kakeknya
We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture your hard work has secured for us. The Almighty Show, the Tri-Commission is regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan. I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further development. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned, considering in the interest of preventing further harassment of the bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you.
This is a true honor. However,
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. With the Kaidahara clan, you will be able to lead.
I have grown yet my ancestors.
I sense some. Should you accept?
Malicious.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hito. Also,
What?
That is correct.
This is just one of many similar rumors. But perhaps if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me...
This is precisely...
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment.
Oh,
Well then, what...
Yikes! We nearly.
cerita tadi dicariin orang Kazuha.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for
You
me?
have brother?
No.
No.
This puzzles me as much as it... My fighting over time, those forms are quite different.
All the more reason to watch.
Indeed. He sounds highly...
In that case, I will send some...
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious about this matter. I will first join the traveler.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on,
Stay safe.
let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Tapi pusing, Cok. Anjing lari, Cok, sini.
Body and mind.
Hey there! Do you know if anyone around here has been.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard...
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate...
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. Mr. Kaidehara, to be honest with you, some of them were off...
Please.
Of course. But I wouldn't...
Then let's put the Tenryo committee.
It's true that if anyone had been...
Uh-oh. Looks like the trip.
I still find it few people possess your prowess in battle. So I am well. It would cause me for the poor victim.
Don't worry.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last... Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure.
All right then. One of them is a pretty well...
Amanoma.
Right. Two grown men... I recall this...
Understood. Though it seems highly
Sure.
Thank you, Ryuji.
Sounds good.
Kapan ya situ lah, dekat sana.
How can I improve my cooking skills?
Amenoma. Ini penempa amenoma.
Ah, if it isn't...
You
Yes, the Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, after I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
Oh, emang
Yes.
berarti.
You may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from the...
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time,
Wah,
as an example, the
kayaknya Kazuha
there is
emang
nothing. As for the
gitu.
art of the...
That's right. For only a...
Kalau
Indeed,
menetap di Inazuma gitu.
most you are, without a
Jadi
doubt,
kuncinya di samping.
the most worthy wielder of an Ishi.
You overestimate. But let's get back on... We hope to assist...
Ah, yes. He didn't say a word, but I've done what I...
We heard that there was a
Yes. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato. Yes. Strange. If I had to guess, he's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing. And he is extraordinarily talented in martial arts.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable.
Dia telah menyerang teman.
Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. He is humble. Yes, but I also cannot...
Apa ya
Anyway,
menyerang tadi, yo?
Don't worry,
Samurainya.
you have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes, it sounds as if something happened. Let's pay a visit to the Naga.
Jauh nggak? Jangan coba. Bentar. Kita sambil story sambil kesini ya. Sorry. Satu kali lagi soalnya. Nanggung dong, dikit waktu dong. Balik.
Rain outlines your fate.
Coba sini. Kita senjata isunya pakai apa ini namanya? Sip. Kita punya ini cuman belum ku levelin. Punya pakai ini kita make.
Time to act. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Let's light it up.
Nice and spicy.
Rain outlines your fate.
Nah,
Nova, get them.
Time to act. Body and mind. Then everybody stand.
You're so...
Let me read you a verse.
mantap cowok 50. 3, nice 3. Ketemek. EM Teus. Ya anjir sekali lagi.
I'm very sorry. My husband has...
No.
I'm sorry you have...
I'm afraid we don't have any new... With this in mind,
For example...
He'd always get so everything was fine.
Uh-oh.
He lost his sense. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm on the last day.
Whoa.
And that led.
Actually, it did. You must understand. After I said those, his voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply. The next thing I heard.
I see. Amenoma Yuya.
At first, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it. I don't know. He just. Perhaps he's. As long as he's willing to turn.
Please don't get up. If collecting things, but the information.
A little confused.
Let's try a change of scenery. Rest assured.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you fucking much.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played. Do you have any thoughts?
Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
That is the most likely conclusion based. However, if this is indeed one fact, Mr. Nugget, the more I ponder it, the more puzzled. Right. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker. Namely, that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but it didn't.
Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and...
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Tunggu kencang. Let's go. Sini. Kayaknya samurai-samurai yang pernah ada story-nya itu punya isi.
Wait. I hear something ominous.
Oh! This must be another one of those. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direct. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma, the remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed, but this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove. We should remain vigilant and approach.
Pelan-pelan dan mendekatinya. Let's go.
So it's an under...
The force is definitely cut. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. But the residue it left behind still hasn't, judging from the concentration.
Mrs. Nugget?
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy. From what I've... But most Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move. No, you needn't worry.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too...
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatari... Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much... Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Quiet your mind.
Wah, ini tuh kelihatan. hawa jahat terdeteksi. Hawa jahat terdeteksi. Nggak hilang orang itu di situ terus aneh banget.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing our attention. Let's take a closer look.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
It's,
Ugh! Look at this red stuff!
by the looks of it, a letter written on a, well,
Raid Diet Favorite maupun Nagato dan aku telah tetap ditepas oleh Amenomiyua. Dia mengambil pedangku yang paling berharga. Aku berusaha mengejarnya tapi gagal. Aku sangat lelah. Aku akan berbaring di sini untuk istirahat. Perutku terus mengeluarkan darah dan kurasa aku sudah tidak sanggup lagi. Tapi seakan ada kekuatan misterius yang terus menopangku. Kenapa dia berebut pedangku? Padahal aku sudah bilang akan jual kepadanya. Bahkan dia membakar gudangku. Sakit sekali. Sangat sakit sekali. Tapi aku tidak boleh pingsan. Aku menulis catatan ini untuk mengalihkan perhatianku dari rasa sakitnya. Bagaimana nasib Sachiko, Yuichi, dan Yuji? Aku benar-benar sudah mengecewakan mereka. Sampai sekarang aku baru sadar betapa terobsesinya aku. Pasti ada sesuatu yang merasukiku. Pada akhirnya aku sudah mengumpulkan begitu banyak benda-benda. Tapi kalau tidak bahagia dan tidak ada kehangatan, semuanya tidak berarti dibandingkan kata-katanya. Terima kasih dan maaf sudah membuatmu lelah, Sachiko. Oh, dari suratnya dari Sachiko.
according to this letter,
Kalau dilihat-lihat
a
dari
conflict
tulisan
arose
di surat
because
ini,
Amenoma
konflik
Yuya
terjadi karena
wanted to seize a
Amenoma Yuya
blade
ingin
belonging to
merebut
Mr.
pedang
Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight.
Sachiko yang menulis
Mr. He was not only whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point. They've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised for a all the clues. I have a hypothesis.
Wait!
I believe so. On with the search.
Wait. Bentar.
Why here?
I'm not sure. Show yourself.
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you.
Ternyata ini dia
At last.
muncul.
Aha! So what's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenoma Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Anjir, pedangnya
Now that you
dirasuki.
mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa! Surely you don't mean...
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to suck. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind. and more recently using the sail, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenoma Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan. You should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the ride.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was... And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed... In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also...
So... swords?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one. But in all... After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power. The might of Ishin!
So Amenoma Yuya was not your... Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but two... When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful!
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. And by your Kaedehara Kazuha, now, give your body over to me!
Give your body over to me. Nanti pakai jalan
Join me and sever that divine light!
Into the wind.
Ini bisa izin atau?
We shall rewrite history! Something to me! Join me and sever that divine light!
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Everybody stand back!
Join me and sever that divine light!
Bring it on!
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike!
Your bluff's fooling no one!
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this... He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small... By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and...
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that
Sombong, anjing.
is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess it, now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new...
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectible.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenoma Yuya and...
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities, even if you were to sever that divine light. Is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
Mantap.
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the one... How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me... I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then
How stubbornly you stick to your way. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet. And I will...
What? Surely you're not playing...
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my... Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release
I...
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the blade's puppet. The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not complete. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar...
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with... We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Let's go.
Your disdain for me betrays your woke now. Take me in your hand.
Genggam aku di tanganmu. Anjir. Cocok banget sama bajunya lu.
Kazuha?
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I felt a little dizzy at first, but it's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real... If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot... If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the... Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been
All right.
What about
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained...
Are we sure? Okay, fine.
Let's go kita. Nyari ini guys, pada hijau. Pembentukannya. Aku sangat membutuhkanmu. Sendiri hilang dong. Kau yang dalam sini. Bentar. Kita masuk. Coba hati aku kuat hatimu. Mana? Anjay, keren coy, asli coy. Artefaknya anjing pakai noblus. Harga 2000 loh.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Let's get down to business.
Apa tuh tadi?
How's this?
Into the wind.
More.
Wind strike.
Finally, let's get down to business. How's this?
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
The fairy. Finally, no.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right.
Oh, you.
Though he's making every effort to persevere.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Let's go, kita terobos semuanya. Ada kotak. Jangan lupa kalau ada kotak, keluar jangan kelewatan guys. Aman, let's go.
The wind knows me.
How's this?
Into the wind.
The fairy. lucky day!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
To the very height.
Into the wind.
Light blade!
Keren sih.
Whoa, something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break up.
But what would that do to Amon?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Let's go.
Time to go.
Anjay, keren warnanya lo. Warnanya itu loh yang keren. Satu aja ini.
Time to go.
Take this!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
You win this battle.
Lagi ini.
Hey, it looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it
The
looks...
sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
true form. But is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you at all.
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
It's my lucky day!
Nah, gitu.
One with nature.
Cheap
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the... I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect... Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another: skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your main... Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is...
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself... I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destiny, the moment you embarked on this journey, you have known this for a long time. It is...
He gave me everything. My love. How could I possibly deny? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your leg." How could I go back on my...
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm.
Kazuha selalu keren anjing.
When I touched, a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. His frail face barely visible on a newly forged blade lay by.
Wow.
Indeed. He spent the rest of... He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the truth. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master.
Shit.
Yes, time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubborn. He seems to have calmed down.
Gimana?
When I look back at the past, I once told the
kelamaan
darkness,
anjing.
not only did I...
You are finally seeing
Since we agreed, but I still... So...
Hey! Now you're...
It has to be done in this, my physical form, as well as the knowledge.
His attitude has... What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker...
Was.
Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining. If a duel can help, I do not wish to be.
There's no need to.
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move. More Ronin could. In any case.
Bentar. Bentar, tunggu dulu. Mana ya?
There's something in the air. Something that tells me a new case is brewing.
Sebentar.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishin art.
Successor of Amenoma art.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Klut mana? Anjir, polosan celana. Gak nyala ya loh semuanya. Pas attack-nya 0.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Kita nggak boleh melakukan vision, guys. Ikutan kita. Oke, satu. Tapi tinggal betul kupingnya. Kita lagi.
to go. One with nature. Hurts. That hurts. Twin strike. Time to go.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems his sense of savage cruelty has completely
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the... There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell.
I must apologize to you for all that has...
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of... I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still... I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaede.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma Smith. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this...
Kayaknya ditempa ulang deh ini. Dibenerin sih harusnya. Harusnya sih dibenerin sih itu. Fix ya. Fix dibenerin. Fix ini dibenerin sih ini. Ayo.
It's Yuya!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was...
A prized considering their forging philosophy, but I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bantan Sango Detective Agency.
Really?
Yes, badly wounded, and now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of...
What? No way! Hasn't it learned?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use... I have decided to let...
You... But... He...
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
Film kah? Filler kah? Nah.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes, the cost is my entire consciousness.
Kan? Nah. Apalagi tuh?
Right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
Awas panas.
He said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after...
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to...
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same... After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than...
Oh, Kazuha.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Janji ya.
Shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him, and it's also time to give him a response to the offer he...
Yo, let's go.
The Tenryou Commission.
Wow, you...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaedahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaedahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform.
Great.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Tergantung ke mana arah angin menuntun. Stay cool. Mana pedangnya cowok, woi? Nah, kita dapat pedang dan 60 primo ya guys. Kita langsung pakai ke Kazuha kita. Mana Kazuha? Ganti. Wah, keren ya. Tentulah. Oke. Nyalakan ini. Pakai. Keren dong. Engine driven. Ini bisa driven, keren sih ini.
Doing detective work means you gotta walk the walk. No, I mean literally. I need to search high and low for evidence.
Oke, ada ekspedisi. Dulu.
Astra.
Add as soon as bisa. Aduh, salah pencet. Kok kurang satu?
Add Astra.
Udah kelar. Terus kita ke ini kan. RCPOWI. Cintaku tak harus kurang ini kurang dong. Meski prima iris segala janji. Punya berapa aku ini? Masih punya 5. Ntar pakai 1. Mungkin kita minggu nyelesain kelarin apa yang event baru ini, flow baru. Kita mau buka questnya aja.
Oh, welcome, most loyal attendants of the Prinzessin.
Which one is it? Retainer or attendant? Make up your mind.
My apologies. Main Fräulein tends to use exaggerated expressions when she's in good spirits.
Hey, Fischl!
Hey,
You were
Fischl.
looking for us, right? Sounds like the fun started without us. What's got you in such a good mood?
Long time.
And so, the whisper of eternal night summons you back to my side. Splendid. What a blessed reunion. A boon from beyond the eventide. Come, partake of this joy with me, my subjects.
Traveler, Paimon, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Paimon wants to say a proper hello.
A normal person in this situation would simply say, "Hi, traveler, how have you been?"
Mona.
The traveler and I are like intertwined stars in the vast galaxy. You of all people should very well know the fate for
Precisely. Lady Magistus, please refrain from such...
Lady Magistus has long since become a citizen of the Immonachreich. She has been serving as court archmage under one's command for some time now.
That's just my surname. Don't mind that. This is so embarrassing. You're here because Fischl asked Catherine to ask you to come.
Indeed so, my archmage. Did even this appear in thy divination? Why, your powers are truly...
Oh, for the love... No, of course not. You told me yourself that you'd left a message with Catherine. Excuse me. Anyway, in my case, she practically beat the door down to get me to come along.
Don't worry. We've been around the block. You can't faze us. Oh, faithful servants. One's homeland, the Immonachreich, which bears the darkest of all fates, draws near to this world once more. Stand with me in anticipation. Wait, what? Indeed. Only one's most faithful envoys are fortunate enough to be privy to this great revelation. The Immonachreich is near
No, please. That will...
I know it sounds absurd, but there's actually something behind this. I brought basically what Fischl means.
Lady Magistus!
All right. Honestly, look at me. The truth is that yesterday, Her Highness encountered the Spark Knight Klee outside of the city. Both being of it was already getting dark, so, in that spirit of great compassion and care for which, on the way, Her Highness relayed to Klee the story of her origins. Upon hearing the tragic tale of the fall of Her Highness's homeworld, the tender-hearted Spark Knight inquired, with tears
Oh no! Is the Immonachreich really gone?
Oh, more
mortal. Your sovereign's heart is touched by thy sincerity and sympathy.
Really? So how do we make your...
Could you
Aneh tapi
In
nggak apa-apa.
short, Klee gave Fischl an
Mona loh,
island
parah
to serve as the
sih.
promised
Mau Mona
land where the...
loh. Ya itu loh, Kepulauan Golden Apple.
Providence has gifted
Kita
me...
This
cuman koopnya
island
aja
looks
kayaknya.
kinda familiar.
Kita cabut.
Traveler.
Huh?
Fast yuk.
Klee is involved in this, which means her mother is probably involved, which means that old hag is involved.
You, who have traveled to the farthest reaches of the world, fathom the celestial path.
Must chart...
Oh, Fischl doesn't know the way there. Since thou asketh for our help, Paimon can telleth you that
Lanjut,
we are
tiba-tiba
good
sinematik.
friends with the spark. Come on, just play along.
Behold, the Watcher, the Guide, the Weaver of Dreams, the Traveler.
The Traveler. Good.
To sum up, Traveler, since you say you know the way, we'll let you take us to the island. I mean, the Promised Land. Oh, good, fine, done. Right now, Lady Magistus needs to go home to pack her things and catch up on some sleep.
Very well. Then it is settled.
Main Fräulein means to say, good night. See...
About darn time. Oh, hi, Cuckoo! It's 12 o'clock sharp in the Immernachtreich. Kaya's mind work a certain...
Kita turun sini dulu. Ngambek dulu di tavern.
We're here, Tone Deaf Bard! What are they doing in Mondstadt?
Well, look at that! You're really here. Come on, take a seat and join our delightful conversation. Wow, Traveler, Paimon! Speak of the devil.
Kazuha? Shinyan? What are you doing here in a Mondstadt tavern?
Tone Deaf Bard? Now that's a fun stage name. It seems like you're a pretty... Though sadly not a rock and roll singer, or we could perform a duet. So, you all know each other. My newfound friends are my old friends' friends from afar. This is a rare opportunity indeed. Oh, we should form a poetry club and call it, the Free Poet Society, or something like that. Yeah, I felt like getting out and finding some new inspiration for my song last month.
Although Xinyan can come across as unruly at times, her musical understanding is highly new.
Oh, you can say that again. In Kazuha's hands, even a leaf becomes an instrument. That makes starting from Liyue. We passed through Stone Gate and kept going till we came into Mondstadt. Then along the way, we saw this real...
Oh, yeah! We know the one! Our friend owns that place.
Really? Y'all sure have a lot of friends. Well...
Similar souls tend to attract each other. Traveler and Paimon, you must have exceptional taste. Just...
Wow! You're too nice!
By the way, do you know anything about the Iridescence tour? Well, I'd love to get the music is off, but fear not, your temple...
Exactly.
You understand the meaning of being a bard so well. To express my gratitude.
I've met many bards during my travels, but none of them are as entertaining as you.
I'm... Legends tell of an emerald isle in the middle of the ocean. There, the Dodo King and his people live a blissful existence. When a Dodoko is born, it dives into the water. One Dodoko, so the little... There was no... Summer is the...
Ding, ding, ding.
The end.
The end. Pack. Anjing itu dong dikeplok banyak orang cuy.
How interesting. I now have the urge to visit that island myself.
I'm glad you liked it. Well, there's wine on the table, and I have stories to...
Here's to music. Come on, traveler.
Don't worry. If you don't like wine, there's juice.
In that case, I'll have a glass of juice.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. This fella's drunk.
Oops. I think I accidentally placed some fruity cocktails out there. Anyway, guess it's time to talk about...
Oh yeah! That's a good point! We didn't come here to drink.
Where are you, friend? Di atas kah?
Look where we are. Yup, I can sense that you're about to tell me... Klee gave a special gift, as I'm sure you've...
Yeah.
Speaking of, guess which two people I ran into on my way to the tavern? A mother and daughter, both with long elf ears.
Alice and...
Ding, ding, ding! The unaging mage was taking her teeny tiny knight on a vacation, and I happened to... She also said that if I meet any fun friends, I should share this gift with them. So now it's yours to keep.
It's a bomb!
Anjir, bomnya keleco.
Mine is the fuse, so don't worry. It's not going to explode. Come on, take it. This way we can talk to each other just like this, even when we're apart. It's called I heard that the inspiration for this comes from another world. She and Klee asked me to tell you. Please take this with you when you depart for the island. No, wait. The promised land with your... Don't worry about how to get there. The organizers of this vacation have made arrangements. Turn right after you exit the city gates, and you'll see something...
Sounds like the two of you are in cahoots.
Of course not. Is that really the sort of person you think I am? Traveler, you're my friend. And as your friend, I just want to give you something that'll make you happy. How can you think this of me?
Berarti Alice masih ada dong, ibunya Klee. Tapi belum tahu dia bisa playable apa enggak.
Ah, you're back. Poor Kazuha's still out for the count. Seems like he can't handle it.
Xinyan, do you want to come to the island?
Huh? He doesn't want to go anymore.
Can't miss.
Ah. Kazuha might act mature, but deep down he's just another youngster eager for new experiences. That must be why he didn't think anything of the... Well, all the... Okay, sounds like a...
Someone's got it covered, apparently. There'll be a few others joining us on this trip, and we're meeting at the city gate tomorrow morning. Oh, yeah.
Huh? Paimon, don't get me wrong. I'm just asking to make sure. But from the way you're plugging this trip so hard, after all, canceling the Iridescence tour after people already made the trip, that's kind of...
Ugh! Why won't anyone believe Paimon?
Don't worry about that, whether you're a prick.
I'm sure looking forward to it.
Yuk kita buka polonya saja, terus mungkin minggu ya.
Serious? I promised you.
Aren't you allergic to...
Yup.
She told me so, happy.
Kita buka belum? Kita tunggu sampai jam 8. kita tinggal keluar udah itu ya.
Today is the day of one's reckoning with fate, as foretold by the night sky. Humiliation suffered in the past, the shame we have carried all these years. One bids you.
Mein Fräulein.
Let me see. Oh, it really is.
The fuck kok DC? Wih, kenapa cok DC cok? Wah. Kok DC anjing? Lancar kan guys? Kuntul apa ya bisa DC yo? Aneh bener ini. Oh, lancar cok. Yo lancar.
Today is the day of one's reckoning with fate, as foretold by the night sky. Humiliation suffered in the past, the shame we have carried all these years. One bids you.
Mein Fräulein.
Let me see.
Let me see.
It really is someone else's catchphrase.
Wow, you're here early.
Hi. Who have you brought with you?
Oh, ahem.
Hey! You must be the princess Paimon told us about. And this lady over.
Oh, I love Xinyan. Your gate.
She's trying to say thanks. You say all the right things. And the same goes for me too. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Mona, an astrologist.
No, well, it's nice to meet you too.
Mona is a
Princess, an astrologist, and an articulate raven retainer. In the company of I am Kaedehara Kazuha.
what ho,
Oh, Mein Fräulein would like to know where you work and what your field of expertise is.
I'm afraid I'm just another wanderer.
This guy? Is it what? Is he really that powerful?
Let me take a look.
Coba lihat dia.
Oh my. Hi, Kazuha. I'm absolutely delighted to meet a great swordmaster like you. Could we ask you to be our guard while we're on the island?
One hereby declares you captain of the Royal Guard of the Immonokreich.
For even Lady Magistus to praise your skills, you are surely one of rare talent.
Okay,
Okay.
Lady Magic. What?
Oh, it's just cold.
By the way, Lady Magistus, we found out a legendary great mage gave us a...
Tinggal lurus belok kanan. dapat 2. Aku ambil kamu sini, tindingan kiu, ngemingen kiu.
Look, everyone! Here's our vehicle!
Ini kendaraan kita. Wih, sangat horror.
What a unique little thing. Looks kind of like guava, doesn't it?
Guoba. Is he the magical creature?
To be honest, even Paimon isn't so sure this can...
I see. Only by me. Behold, the doorway cloven by thundering retribution. By such means as I once descended into this realm to bring retribution, do I now venture into the next.
I will interfere.
He's in.
Why, maybe.
Lady Magistus, it's
Right.
Lama anjing, faster. Dalam perciktan.
so dark in here.
Come on now, let's all try and stay. Ow! I thought it was a snake.
Everyone, be careful.
Kazuha sing paling cool. Kazuha si cowok cool. Kita buka kah?
We finally landed. What was that?
Itu bencana.
What a beautiful place. The wind is soft and the ocean is calm. And a pleasant scent blows on the breeze.
Yep. Paimon's feeling way better already now that we can see the ocean.
An ocean of life, and a land filled with flora. Mein Fräulein, we have finally arrived at the promised land, whence we shall revive the Immernachtreich.
Oh, faithful retainers, this is the blessed paradise that one has been searching for. Here I, who command the darkness, shall lead you to yonder gate of dreams. Shall lead you to yonder gate of dreams.
Your Archmage Magistus thanks you for your kindness, Your Highness. In this moment, I offer my blessings to the
Mona, what?
Don't ask, just follow.
Oh, right. Praise be.
My sincere gratitude to you for inviting me to join you on this trip, Your Highness.
Your
Your
Highness.
happiness gladdens one's heart. Now, as I take my first step on this pilgrimage, I shall perceive this ocean of life with my own earthly vessel. After all, this is on the contrary, Lady Magistus. Blessed as you are with the great power of Hydro, one yet finds too.
Mein Fräulein means Lady Magistus is perhaps not the most talented swimmer.
Oh, official? That's enough. I'm happy enough to join in with the play acting without complaining, but how dare you ridicule my genius? Think you can swim better than me? Ha! I'll bring you to...
Oh my, Mein Fräulein. Steel yourself, Mein Fräulein.
Oh yeah, swimming race.
Challenge accepted. Heed my words, lowly
Yeah,
Lady
yeah,
Magistus.
mama.
You shall pick.
Ridiculous. I've never lost a single swimming race in my life.
Are they serious? Running? I thought they were gonna swim.
I take it you have no present plans. I want to start by surveying the area first. Xinyan,
Seems like everyone's. Don't worry, I got this. You're gonna take a look around, right? Well, make sure you.
Thanks.
Kita bisa naik kapal. Bisa dikali dong.
I'm liking the look of this.
Ada 40 hari. Oke, mungkin kita sampai sini aja dulu. Ntar minggu kita speedrun buat membuka semua ini sama nyelesain ini. Ada kan ini? Mana ini? Nah, ini buat ngambil kostum si Ain Emerson
I
Physical.
created another universe and founded paradise.
Kita ngumpulin keong dulu sampai 20. 16 buat klaim ini. Oke, mungkin cukup sampai sini. Hari Minggu kita live lagi buat main Genshin, buat explore semuanya ini. And see you in next stream. Terima kasih yang udah nonton, terima kasih yang udah like, share dan lain-lain. Terima kasih semuanya. And bye bye.